We're going to start shooting. We're going to get our mini shot off in the beginning. You'll see that it does 54 critical hit plus 4. That's that mini shot, adding a little bit of extra damage there. We did 39 sneak and 15 piercing, so that's fun. We're going to keep getting some sneaks over here. We did 42 sneak on this bad boy, again hitting 7 piercing, 35 sneak, and then we'll pluck this guy, and I don't think we got our fancy sneak off on him. But this was what you'd be doing, is just running around, casting as many spells on yourself, buffing up, looking like a little hyper ninja here. Hey guys, as always, if you like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Write in the comments below what build you want me to tackle next. And as always, you guys always want me to put in the build description in the comments below. Last video I did that. I just requested somebody else to put him in there for us, and they did a very, very good job. And that person was Strafe McSage. And he did a very, very good job detailing every single thing I went with stats and whatnot. And as always, I will pin that comment so that person feels extra special, and then my subscribers get to participate in my channel. The other day, somebody told me that I'm just like every other YouTuber, and I disagree with that. Not every other YouTuber has the best looking subscribers. Welcome back, you bunch of nerds. Thanks for watching these Dungeons and Dragons, gosh, you're so nerdy, videos. Hey, so another Arcane Trickster build, dorking around with not having to worry about saves, casting spells against people. So with this Arcane Trickster, I'm actually going to be going Sorcerer. You guys know that I love my wizards, but I'm kind of starting to like the Sorcerers. We're going to go for Elf because of the Elven immunities, so immune to magic sleep effects, and we get a +2 to enchantment spells and effects. I'm not going to worry about those. Plus, we are going to be going ranged. We're going to go for longbows because of the way I like to play my games. We're going to go with Sorcerer. Always make sure you change your stuff here to match your portrait, whatever you're going to do. We're going to go with a Sage Sorcerer because it uses intelligence rather than charisma. And since I'm playing a rogue type Arcane Trickster, I'm going to be wanting to do a lot of skill stuff, right? So we're going to put our points into strength. Now I know it's odd right here, but I found out that yes, your ability modifier isn't changing here, but this extra 15 there makes you carry a little bit extra weight. Put our dexterity as 16, con at 10. Intelligence is going to go to 17, which allows us to put 2 into Wiz and 2 into Ka. Our points we're starting off with are going to be Trickery, Stealth, Perception, and Persuasion. We will be having to put some points into Mobility and some points into Arcana to qualify for the Arcane Trickster. Our level 1 feat we're going to take is Point Blank Shot. And then we're not going to take Spell Focus because we don't care about DC right now. We don't care about spell resistance or DC with any of these things. We are going to be going with Heightened Spell at level 1 because it allows us to cast our level 1 spells in a level 2, but it also makes the DC tougher for the new spell they released with this 1.0 patch. 1.1 patch, sorry, which is Grease. So Grease is back in the game like it should be. Here I'm going to grab Knowledge World. You guys can do Knowledge, Lore Nature, Lore Religion. I'm going to go for Knowledge World. Doesn't really do anything for us in this build. First level spells that I took here are actually a damage spell. We're going to take Snowball, right? And we're going to take Grease just to keep people off of their feet. Later on, we're definitely grabbing Vanish. Guys, this thing is my new favorite spell right here. Here we go, as usual, we're starting off in this low level build. We're not really trying to show you guys what we do against higher level people or anything like that. You have a choice here to keep rolling Sorcerer up until the 4th level, and then on your 5th level, taking Rogue. For me, I like taking Rogue. The reason we're not going to go with Knife Master is we're using bows. The reason we're not going Thug is because we're not going to be worrying about Frightening or Brutal Beating, okay? We're not doing Eldritch Scoundrel because we don't get a sneak attack at 1st level. That's the reason why we're going regular Rogue, okay? And the reason I'm doing Rogue versus doing Vivisectionist, like you guys always ask, is that the Rogue gets more skill points per level. And this 1 level of Rogue is going to help us out a lot. That's the reason why I'm taking Rogue for that sneak attack. At these lower levels, of course, I want to keep my Trickery, Stealth, Perception, and Persuasion up as much as possible. Then we're going to put a point in Mobility and then throw a point in Arcana as well. Now, of course, this is only level 2. We are Rogue at level 2. And we get free Weapon Finesse and Armor Proficiency Light. So, yeah. At third level, we're going back into Sorcerer. We've already got our point blank shot, so here we'll be grabbing Rapid Shot. At this level, we're not grabbing Accomplished Sneak Attacker. We're actually going to go for Precise Shot, so we don't have that penalty to our attack roll within 30 feet. At fourth level, again, we're going to go for Sorcerer. We want to make sure that we get our Intelligence going up, which is already going to give us some more points to dork around with. It's up to you here, guys. You can either grab Reduce Person, which is going to give you +1 to armor class and +1 to attack for a minute per level. Or if you guys feel like you're going to get your butt kicked a lot, you grab Vanish here early, which is something that's actually a pretty cool thing. It's 1 round per level. Lets you get out of sticky situations really quickly. But I plan on doing a lot of bow attacking, so Reduce Person, +1 to attack, +1 to armor class, is for ranged is definitely what I want. Melee probably wouldn't be the best thing. We grab Combat Casting Adept, which gives us +2 checks here. That's pretty nice. We definitely like that. Going Sage Sorcerer here. Fifth level again, we're going to grab this Sorcerer point here. You've got to make sure that you get your Arcana up to this level 4. I like keeping my Trickery up as high as I can. This is going to allow us, Mobility, Trickery is already at 4, now it's at 5, and Arcana. You need Mobility, Trickery, and Arcana at 4 to get that Arcane Trickster. Here we grab our Accomplished Sneak Attacker, which gives us that 2d6, so that we can qualify for Arcane Trickster. Second level spells, we are going to grab Acid Arrow to have another Pew Pew from a distance. We like the Pew Pews from the distance. The benefit of Acid Arrow here, the reason why we're grabbing it, again, ability is not affected by spell resistance. Hitting a sorcerer or another caster early on, they're going to be taking damage over and over and over again. This goes through their spell resistance. You got to do a ranged touch attack to hit them, but it's going to keep doing damage and making them do concentration checks. And then here at level 6, we already qualify for Arcane Trickster, and of course we're going to take that so that we can start sneak attacking with our ranged touch attack spells. You don't need to dork into mobility anymore if you don't want to. I like keeping my Trickery and my Stealth all the way up, and I want my Persuasion to be up there as high as my Trickery can be. And then I'll push into Perception and use Magic Device later on. At this level, I would grab Vanish because you are level 6. Getting out of some trouble would be helpful quite a bit here. Maybe you're going to be taking some attacks, so right here you definitely want some Mirror Image in case you're going to get your butt hit a lot. You don't want your butt getting hit. Okay, so Mirror Image is a defense spell. We already have a ranged spell. We grabbed Vanish and Mirror Image at this level. Level 7, we're taking our second level of Arcane Trickster. We're pushing that Trickery, that Stealth up. We want to get our Perception up so we can see traps and stuff, and that Persuasion up there as well. Now, if you really don't want to miss out on those Persuasion checks, push this up as high as you can and then go into your Perception. At 7th level, we're going to grab Rapid Shot because, again, I'm going to be focusing a lot on the bows and being at a distance and getting sneak attacks in while I'm flanking the enemies that my melee people are going through pew-pewing on. Yes, level 3, I'm going to grab Protection from Arrows. It's an hour long. It gives me like 120 points of arrow defense, at max level. But it's an hour long buff. You can't go wrong with that at level 3. And, well, Liquid, you don't have any damaging spells at level 3. You can use Heighten Spell to put your Acid Arrow or your Snowball or Magic Missiles into your level 3 at this point. Level 8, we're going to grab that Arcane Trickster again. We're going to put another point in Intellect here. Trickery, Stealth, getting that Persuasion and Perception up as high. I want them to be equally with 14 if I can here. Level 1, this is where we start having some fun. At level 8, we get to take something along the lines of Shield, because you've already got a damaging spell. You actually get a free one. You got a buff spell, which is a defense spell, a control spell, and you get a get out of jail free spell. So I take Shield because it's an extra 4 AC. Also here, I would grab Blur. It's extra armor. Well, not armor, but it's a 1 minute per level, 20% miss chance. That really does help you out a lot. If they get past everybody else, that's nice. You already have your damage, so it's nice to have that. And then at level 3, we will grab Haste. For this level 3 spell here, we're going to grab Haste to buff ourselves and buff our friends. 9th level, we're taking our 4th level of Arcane Trickster. And our feat here is actually going to be Extend spell. It's going to help us out with some awesome spells in just a little bit. It's going to help us out with one of our bread and butter spells, not Stone Skin, that's 10 minutes per level. One of our bread and butter spells is going to be Greater Invisibility. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But as you're building this class, you want to grab Stone Skin first because it's going to absorb any kind of damage that you take. Because you're going to be squishy. You're going to be very, very squishy. You need to learn to deal with being squishy. Level 10, we're taking our 5th level of Arcane Trickster. At this point, I start darking into Use Magic Device. Now, earlier I had put down to grab something along the lines of Invisibility here, but Invisibility is going to be greatly outclassed by greater Invisibility later on. For me, I love Sense Vitals. I love getting a little bit of extra sneak attack on spells that are ranged touch attacks at this point, and also just on bow attacks from a distance. But also, the Sense Vitals will help us out and add whenever we get surprise spells as a level 10 Arcane Trickster, which we grab at level 15. Our level 3 spell here we're going to grab is actually going to be Resist Energy Communal. Okay, I know it's another buff spell, but it's a 10-minute thing for me and all my buddies. And what it's going to allow us to do is to cast acid spells or fire spells in an area, and me and my friends can walk through it and have all the fun that we want. Our 4th level spell here is going to be Greater Invisibility. It's another get out of free, spell, but I'm going to show you how we're going to use it in a little bit. It's really, really fun. And at level 11, we're taking our 6th level of Arcane Trickster. And our level 11 spell is going to be Quicken Spell. You could grab Empower, Maximize. I like grabbing Quicken here because it's the first time you can quicken a level 1 Grease spell. And that's pretty nice, quickening that thing and getting that off at the beginning of a battle if you have to, or as a save your butt kind of thing. Here, the 5th level spell I'm going to grab is Icy Prison because I could have gotten Hold Monster. I could have taken Constricting Coils, but that's only 1 round per level. I'm going to take Icy Prison because it can last for a full minute. If they don't die, it'll last for a full minute per level. Sorry. Level 12, we're taking our 7th level of Arcane Trickster, and at this point we put another point in Intelligence, which gives us a lot more skill points. This is why we wanted to go for Intelligence. It lets us really start rounding out Use Magic Device just for kicks and giggles. Can't go wrong with that. Here I've already gotten my Sense Vitals. I'm going to grab Glitter Dust as another protection kind of... It's going to be a controlling spell, but also protects me because they're blind and they can barely see me. Yeah, so here I'm going to grab Fireball. Because you guys keep asking me to. I can do 10d6 with it. I'll launch it before my friends go in there. So I get you guys your Fireball. You guys keep requesting. You could have grabbed Slow, but we'll be doing enough slowing down and stuff with other spells, so I'm grabbing Fireball for you guys. The 4th level spell pick I'm going to grab here is actually going to be another Energy Resistance. This is protection from energy. It's going to buff us up a lot. And then we can grab another level 4 spell in here a little bit, which is actually going to be Shout. We're going to grab that one. Our 5th level spell pick, you can see here, I grabbed Cloud Kill because it's nice to do constitution damage to people from a distance, and there's some fun stuff. Cloud Kill actually moves away from you, and so if you know where the bad guys are, you can cast it at a point and it'll actually push through them and they won't even see you. At level 13, we're taking our 8th level of Trickster, pushing these guys back into 19, keeping Perception up there with 19. And then, of course, rounding out that Use Magic Device as much as we can. At level 13, our spell pick is actually going to be Mini Shot. Not spell pick, our feat pick. You guys, I don't want to keep saying bad things. Mini Shot is going to be our feat selection to notch 2 arrows off at the beginning of a round. And the spell I grab here, the first one I grab is nothing you guys would think I'm going to grab. I actually grab Transformation because as at a distance, being able to shoot off a lot of arrows and doing that does a lot more damage, and I can cast Transformation a whole lot more than Sirocco and Serenity and all these other spells. We will grab some of these, Calm Down, we will, but the Transformation is what I grab first because of this playstyle I'm going to be doing. 14th level, we're taking our 9th level of Arcane Trickster. And our 4th spell pick here is going to be, Shout. As you can see here, it says that the ability is not affected by spell resistance. It'll do 5d6, and it has a chance to stun, but the damage is not resisted by spell resistance, so that's nice. And we can sneak attack with this bad boy. Our 5th level spell pick for this one is Feeble Mind, because Feeble Mind, it says right here, it will actually drop their intelligence and charisma based stuff, and a sorcerer or a wizard, anything that casts arcane spells, takes a -4 penalty on their saving throw with this. Feeble Mind's going to be our caster destroyer right here. Now at this point I actually grab Acid Fog because, again, right here, ability is not affected by spell resistance. We can cast it and cast 1, 2, 3 of them, hide behind them and keep shooting arrows, and they have to walk through all of that. It slows them down, gives them a -2 penalty on attack rolls if they're in the fog. My guys can be in that had Acid Fog, but because of Resist Energy and Protection from Energy Communal, both those spells, my guys will take no damage while these guys are shooting at them. Sorry, attacking them. But they still take acid damage. The bad guys still take acid damage in there. It's pretty disgusting.
Disgusting!
We get Invisible Thief here at 9th level, lets us do a kind of a Vanish and Invisibility real quick, up to 10 rounds, because it's one round per Arcane Trickster level. 15th level is 10th level of Arcane Trickster. You guys have been asking me, make builds that are viable at level 15, level 16. So this is your viable level 15, level 16 build right here. And here at level 15, we will grab the Maximize, because why not? Why not grab Maximize and let you guys have some fun with some spells? Here, I like to grab not Key Shout, because it says that it can be protected by spell resistance. I like to grab Prismatic Spray. Yes, it can be protected by spell resistance, but the reason I like to grab Prismatic is because I can cast it through walls. Yeah, I cheat. I cheat in this game. I go against the rules. Now, I had designed some stuff to do an Eldritch Knight from here, but we're going to go Sorcerer. We get a lot more spells. We start having some fun. We get Invisibility for free, so hurrah at that. Yay. At this point, we start putting points into Dexterity. Get our Trickery, our Stealth up. We want to keep our Perception up. We want to keep our Persuasion up, as always. Always and forever.
Always and forever.
Level 16, we're going to grab Baleful Polymorph, turn them into dogs. Why not? There are other spells you guys can pick here if you want, but I'm picking this one because I like to turn people into dogs. Okay, I like to grab Disintegrate Ray here because you guys want me to do something like that, and I will. And then at 7th level, I've got Prismatic. I'm going to go for Caustic Eruption. Caustic, actually, or Caustic? It's Caustic. Ability is not affected by spell resistance. It will do 20d6 acid damage, and it'll start doing 10d6 over extra rounds. And if you use Extend Spell, it'll actually do 4 rounds. So holler at your boy. We're playing with some acid here. Ha ha ha. 17th level, we're taking that 6th level of Sorcerer. And at 17th level, I think I grab Empower Spell for you guys to just whatever. Why not, Now, I know you guys are like, Liquid, why didn't you take Sirocco earlier? I like my spell picks here because of the way I play the game. Sirocco is a great spell. We can grab it at level 20 for free. So if you guys want me to, I will, because I love you all. Here, we're going to go for Greater Shout. Greater Shout is a 60-foot cone, and it cannot be resisted by spell resistance, and I can stun people, and it does 10d6 sonic damage that can also be sneak attacked through walls. 18th level, we're going Sorcerer again. Our Bloodline feat you can grab here is whatever you want. Maybe you want to go for Skill Focus Arcana. I wouldn't take Reach. We don't care about spell resistance. At this point, Improved Initiative is not going to be a factor because of Invisibility and Stealth. Combat Casting, I never want them around me. That's why I go for Knowledge Arcana. Lets me identify stuff better, I guess. I don't know. Here, I like to grab Resonating Word. It's a single target that can be resisted, but if it's not resisted, it locks them up in place and does a jack ton of sonic damage. And sonic damage is not resisted that much in the dungeons and the dragons. And here I like to grab Sunburst. I know it can be resisted. I should grab Protection from Spells, whatever. I don't. Sunburst here can also blind people, okay? So it's a damage and a controller, just like this one is a damage and a controller. We also get Dispel Magic for free because of being a Sage Sorcerer. Level 19, we're going to go for that Sork again. Level 19, you guys can do whatever you want with your spell selection here. I like to go Improved Critical onto my Longbow. I've at this point, why not, and we get to grab our 9th level spell pick. It is going to be Tsunami, because Tsunami is not going to let them, ability is not affected by spell resistance. It can knock them down. It does a jack ton of damage. Freedom of movement does prevent you from getting pushed back, but it does a jack ton of damage, guys. And you can sneak attack it with spells. And at level 20, we're grabbing our 9th level of Sorcerer. It's going to give us an extra spell. It gives us Dimension Door for free, but we can put that point into Sirocco that you guys so much love. I will do that right here. Because yes, Sirocco is fun. And at level 20, having Sirocco is not that big of a deal. So maybe you want to put it into Disintegrate, which I think I already grabbed. So just for you guys, we can grab something like Sirocco. At this point, it would be trash. It wouldn't really matter. We can go for Hellfire Ray. It's really, really up to whatever we want to do here. But I will go for the Sirocco just to show you guys how to do some stuff in there. And at 8th level, we can grab another spell. Here I like to grab Polar Ray, and I like to grab Heroic Invocation because it's like the 6th level spell, but it lasts for 10 minutes per level, and Why not? At level 20, you guys really shouldn't be caring about spell picks because you guys keep asking me to do level 16 stuff. So we also get Combat Casting Adept, which adds more to concentration checks at this point. So we're going to put some meta magics on our spells, and I'll show you guys what we can do with this build, some of the tricks and stuff I've been learning. So I wanted to show you guys what it would be like. I'm still level 1, as you can see here, almost level 2, as always here at Oleg's. And you're really wanting to rely, again, because you're kind of squishy these first couple levels, you're wanting to rely on your tanks being up here and being tankier. So Amiria, of course, isn't that tanky, but she's got more hit points than we do, better chance to hit at this distance. So we're going to let her do her stuff here. Lindsay's going to help Amiri. I'm going to be over here going after this bandit because it's closest to me, while Valerie is going after this bandit as well. So we could take him out of the fight ASAP. And you know, you can cast your spells, go for it and stuff. At this point, my bow is going to do a lot more damage, and I'm going to have more chances to do it. We're not struggling here. I can grease these two guys if I need to. They're not even close to Valerie, or they're not inside of where I could grease them at a circle right here, knocking them down and not mess with Valerie or Amiri whatsoever, because Valerie's doing trash with her swings here while these guys are absorbing everything. And that's where you're going to be with this guy for a while, is just sitting back here plucking away with your bow and arrow. The benefit at this level is we already have some traps out here to do some stuff. I am going to cast Grease in this general area, trying to keep Oleg alive. It's going to take a while to get that going, so in the meantime, she's actually going to be able to do an ear-piercing scream and do some damage on maybe a guy back here, this Haps beaten guy. And we're going to send people in to do some damage. Trying to get my grease off still, as you can see, waiting. It's one of the reasons why we like being... these guys are going to die quickly, so we're going to actually grease over to the archer guy right here and kind of knock him down. You know, we want to keep him falling down over... And looks, Oleg fell down right here. We didn't get to save him as quickly as we wanted to. But at this point, you're pretty much just, you know, trying to grease people up and do what you can. Just hit people with, yeah, let this boy get wailed over here because you greased him, and this guy's doing nothing to you, so you're going to do some damage to him. Maybe come over here and waste some of your spells. You've got the chance to, so why not? You know, go over there and do your 1 damage with your little spell. You know, why not? Nobody died on our team, though. I mean, Oleg went down for the count, but he's back up. So you're pretty squishy. You're going to be wanting to use your grease as your defense, keeping guys away from you. Yeah, I fell down right there. My reflex isn't even that good. But you're going to be wanting to use your grease to keep people away from you. For sure, for sure. Okay, so I like to play this build as a kind of scout. Okay, so what you can do here with this character is, let me show you the invisibility thing first. We're going to go for our extended greater invisibility on ourselves. And when we do that, we are also going to put on an extended haste as well, which has come up as a 4th level spell here. Doing the extended haste and doing the extended invisibility is going to give us a lot of time to dork around with what we want to do. It gives us 3 minutes to run through here and do what we're going to do. We've got our bow out, we've got rapid shot, and so again, we are hasted, we are greater invisibility, and for kicks and giggles, let's throw on Sense Vitals as well. It's going to give us some extra sneak attack on top of our already pretty high sneak attack. I believe we have at least 12d6 sneak attack here, but we are stealthed, we are hasted, we are stealthed, we have improved greater invisibility. So what is going to go on here with our fancy glowing selves is I'm going to run in here, I'm going to move Tartuccio and her butt somewhere else completely. Let's throw them down here so they can hide. I'm going to run in here and I'm going to pluck at one of these guys, kill him instantly with my sneak attacks, and since I'm hasted, he's gone. So forget about his little sneak attack damage that just got done to him. You know, I did 5 damage regularly, sneak attacked him for 40. We've done our damage to him. We want to now run away from these bad guys because we can. And at a point, they will stop chasing us. We're still invisible, and when our eyeball here, it'll automatically go invisible again. We have re-entered a stealth condition, but now that it says combat finish, now we can actually run in there. These guys will be back over there again, and they have no idea where we're at. And we can do this over and over and over again and just keep plucking away, getting sneak attacks. We're going to run away again all the way in here until our eyeball goes invisible, and until at the bottom here it says combat is finished. So our eyeball is still visible. Now it's no longer done that way. He's still standing there. We want to see that combat finished, because if we walked past him and combat wasn't finished, he would have automatically started attacking us again. And we can do this again. We're going to pluck at this guy. We're going to shoot him. Toasted. We can run away if we need to, but everybody's dead. We still have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to keep dorking around with something like that. It's really, really fun. So if you're scouting out and you know people are there, you plug them away and run back in where you were inside of a place. It really makes it fun. And I would say it's solo viable at this point, being able to do something like that. Now as well, we already know, because we are scouting, right? We've got highest stealth as we want. We already know that there's bad guys in this room. So imagine you're in a bigger dungeon because you've actually spent time playing deep into the game, unlike I have, because I've been making these builds for you guys. You know people are there. You know they're somewhere in the dungeon. You don't have to be stealthed for this right here. But we're going to throw out a spell like Prismatic Spray. We know those guys are over there. We're going to do this cool little cone thing. We know there's bad guys in there, okay? So we're going to grab our Prismatic Spray, and you're going to watch the damage over here on the right. We're going to cast Prismatic Spray through this wall. Boom. We did damage to these poor, unfortunate souls over here. They failed their saving throws, as you can see, but they also died. We did damage to them. We also sneak attacked them. I don't know if this is intentional from the spell or if it's a game mechanic. It is Prismatic Spray, but there are many spells you can do stuff like that with. Again, we know those guys are in there, so a spell like a Tsunami would go right through those walls and would kill those people. Tsunami goes a long way too, so if you've got your 9th level spell here, and you're just chilling out, you don't have to be all up against that wall, you know, but for this video we're going to show you guys. You pop this Tsunami, you see this huge wall. It is going to push people through there. It's going to do its damage to them, and Tsunami just pushes them out of the way. You get your sneak attack damage. It's pretty disgusting. We do a lot of damage to these poor, unfortunate souls. Pushes them out of the way. It's good stuff. So at this point, with these spells that are area of effect and can go through walls, you don't even have to use your stealth. As long as you know the guys are there and you can possibly kill them with one spell. We're looking at a spell like Shout here. Shout will actually cone through the wall, and if I was close enough to them, which I think over here, a Shout will actually hit them from this distance. If you know where your guys are and you can hit them, Shout will, I think, get them from here. Yeah, so Shout went through there, and it at least hit one of them. And so maybe you don't use Shout. Maybe it's going to be along the lines of a greater Shout, which I have right here at level 8. That'll go all the way through there. And they know that I'm coming. Here they are, yeah. So it didn't kill all of them instantly, and that's one of the issues you're going to run through. So with that, I want to show you a cool trick here. Since we know that a Shout would not make it and kill all of those guys in that room, we can cast something fancy here, like I wouldn't do Cloud Kill, because it'll actually move away. I would do an Acid Fog right here at this door, choke pointed up, okay? They don't know you're casting an Acid Fog right there, okay? And do something along the lines of throwing out that regular Shout we had right here. We're going to try to hit as many guys as we can. We probably only get one, okay? We're going to toss it. All right, it did damage to one. And we should start seeing some damage come through some over here in a little bit. Yep, see right there. That guy went through, he took some damage. And at this point, we can actually stealth back up. This guy here, he made it all the way through there, but he's at half health. Okay, so check out this poor guy. At this point, I'm going to show you guys the benefit of why we took spells like Resist Energy. We're going to cast Resist Energy Acid on ourselves. If I can click it. Spell ourselves up there with Resist Acid. And maybe we also go into our 4th level spell of Protection from Acid as well, just for some added effect. And because this guy's back here, he's plucking away at us. We're going to cast this spell, and we can actually run through the acid. It'll still slow us down. I don't have any freedom of moving on. It'll still slow me down. But as he walks through there, he'll take more damage. Hopefully, right? For this video's sake. There we go. So he got destroyed right there. So if you know that you can trigger people to come through here, what you can do is lay up an acid spell like this, acid cloud, fog of acid, whatever it's called, guys, doesn't really matter. I'm going to say it so you guys don't chew me out. Acid fog spell, put it right there because you know they're going to be coming through. In the same aspect, there are Sirocco spells you could put right in there. Maybe you want to put a higher level grease down just to trap them, but something that's going to sit there and tick for a couple rounds. So let's put down a Sirocco. We're going to do a couple Siroccos, guys. We're going to throw a Sirocco right here. And let's throw another Sirocco kind of stacking, right here. Because you can stack these bad boys. If you didn't know, you can stack acid spells. I'm going to show you that right now. But the benefit is you can, if you know a guy is going to be coming here, you can either send in a horrible little summon, and that guy starts coming after you. Maybe you're plucking at spells. He has to walk through all of this. He's going to be getting slowed down. But you can actually stack in here an acid fog on top of this Sirocco. It's not, you can still see the Sirocco moving in there and acid fogging. And then over here we'll do that little shout just to trigger these guys to run through all that at their poor unfortunate, oh, disgusting. It's just going to hit one of them. He's going to die instantly. And then his buddies are going to run through here. I want him to see me. I want him. So he just got toasted. They're gone, right? They just took some damage right there. It says acid fog hit both of them and took him out instantly. They ran through the acid fog. Even if they had made it through me, they'd have to go through all of the stuff. It's really fun creating chains like that. Now, I will say, when there's a cutscene, you probably will not have time to push yourself into these kind of spells super quickly. So if you're doing a solo build and you've got your Vanish ready here, I keep mine at level 1. You have Invisibility for free at a certain point, which is great, even again just to get away. But Vanish is going to be your go-to. I would keep 8 Vanishes. I would put any of your damage spells or any things. I would extend this over into level 2. I would heighten this Snowball and in any of your buff spells from level 1 and everything. I would heighten and extend them over into level 2 or level 3. I would keep my level 1 all Vanishes because let's say that these guys were cutscened and you didn't have a chance to do what you wanted to do. Having this Vanish right here is one of the benefits of this build. So we're going to pluck this guy. They're going to come at us. And as soon as I've already initiated combat, it's going to do damage on him, kill him. I'm going to cast Vanish on myself instantly and then just run away. Okay, you can see I'm stealthed. It's the same thing as using the greater invisibility. They're not going to follow me though because I just casted it, right? And combat is already finished. You can see right there. That's one of the things. If you start getting plucked at and you know you're going to die, you cast that Vanish and you get out of there. But I also wanted to show you guys buffing up, you know, what the class looks like fully buffed, as you guys love me doing. So I was at 14 because of the dexterity bonus. I'm now at 18 because I casted shield upon myself. And then I'm going to cast Reduce Person, which is going to give me more chance to hit and more armor, as you'll see real quick. So I'm now at 13 attack and 20 armor. I'll also be able to cast something like a Mirror Image. It's 1 minute per level. That's a lot more buffs on myself. I can blur myself. I can blur my friends. You can't go wrong with that. We're going to do protection from arrows on ourselves. That's going to give us some damage resistance or extra hit points towards all that stuff. We could do resist energy here, go for the acid. So maybe you're fighting against people who have acid spells, or they've got fire spells, whatever it is. We'll cast ourselves more protection going on. You can do Stone Skin. I don't have the material components at this point. We can haste ourselves up. And of course, Sense Vitals ourselves up as well. I like using the extended versions of these because they last a lot longer. And those are our buffs right there. At this point, you would have a lot of dexterity. You would be adding a lot of intelligence with helmets and with belts and stuff right here. But the spell that I want to focus on here, guys, is we just cast Sense Vitals on ourselves. You can see it right here. We have 3 minutes to have some fun. 18 minutes with some of our 1 minute spells. 9 minutes, an hour here. You know, we have a lot of buffs that are going to keep us alive at a distance. But one of the things, if we want to go toe-to-toe with people, is always the transformation spell. I have an extended version of it because why not? Usually it's 1 round per level. We're going to cast transformation. It's the last thing you can spell you can cast as a buff, because once you transform, you can't cast more spells. At this point, though, it gives us 27 to attack, 27 armor class, and it also, of course, gives us 5 attacks per round, not to mention we do have rapid shot. And so this would be your fully buffed character that you'd be running in here with. You'll look really, really awesome. As you guys can see, I like the glittery look we got going on here. It's very, very magical. Can't go wrong with it. And as you can see here, guys, we have transformation for 3 full minutes. All these buffs for at least 3 minutes. This is going to give us extra sneak attack, since vital is, extra attack, extra armor. And yeah, we like the transformation here because it makes us a pretty awesome fighter type class. And with having all of the sneak attack and the attacks per rounds, we are now stealth. This is what you're going to see happening. We're going to start shooting. We're going to get our mini shot off in the beginning. You'll see that it does 54 critical hit plus 4. That's that mini shot, adding a little bit of extra damage there. We did 39 sneak and 15 piercing. Really using this build is all about scouting out, knowing where the enemies are, and then doing damage to them from a distance before they come to you. And if you do run into a point where they're kicking your butt, the only problem is whenever you have gone over into your transformation, you can't cast spells. So if you start getting really, really inundated with people and you can't get out of there and you can't cast Vanish, the benefit of being the Arcane Trickster class right here is Invisible Thief. It is an ability, and I am invisible, and I can use it to get out of there, run away. It lasts for 10 whole rounds. You can see it ticking down there at 8. I can get out of pocket, away from them, and then when I am far away, I can cast it, and that is the benefit of this build right here. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments below. I kind of want to take this guy through a Let's Play, and I'm thinking about making either some 10-minute or 20-minute Let's Play episodes as this Trickster, doing a Pathfinder Kingmaker Let's Play. What would you guys consider doing a Let's Play? Or should I stream it? I also stream sometimes. Let me know in the comments below. You guys are awesome.